What if I told you that right now in Africa, people are building empires with machines that cost less than a Toyota Corolla? Stay tuned, because in the next 15 minutes, I'm about to show you 8 machines that are turning ordinary people into millionaires. Before I show you these great opportunities, I want to tell you a very quick story. About 5 years ago, I met this guy in Lagos. He had just one filling gas machine. Today, he owns about 20 filling stations across West Africa. And the best part is that you are going to learn exactly how he did it. Today, I'm going to show you 8 incredible machines that are predicted to make more millionaires in Africa than ever before. And every single one of them is packed with opportunity. So we are going to start with the gas filling station. Each and every one of these machines I'm going to talk about in this video solves a particular problem, and this machine solves lots of problems. Now, most of you are going to understand this because we've all faced the same challenges every day. Have you ever bought a gas cylinder and actually noticed that it couldn't even make 2 weeks or even a week? Now, let me drop some truth bombs here. Every single person in Africa that is using gas cylinders must have complained about the quantity of gas that is found in these cylinders. Now, you remember the time where you buy a gas cylinder bottle and it actually makes 2 weeks. Sometimes you buy it, the same gas bottle makes a week. Sometimes it can make a month. Sometimes it might make 3 weeks. And most often, it is very easy to verify if you have been cheated or not. For example, in Cameroon, a typical gas cylinder, according to government standards, should weigh 16 kilograms. And you can buy that for about $15. But then what these gas sellers usually do is that they will insert 7 kilograms in a cylinder that should have 16 kilograms. Now, customers always complain on daily basis because more than 90% of the vendors actually dealing with gas cylinders are actually the same. This gas filling machine is a machine that is actually coming to solve this problem, because when your customers bring their gas bottles, this is where the gas filling machine comes in. And the good part is you actually fill the gas in front of your customers. There is a digital reading that when you connect the gas, your customers are able to see live what is actually going on. I have this friend who has a gas filling station in Douala. Now, what he used to tell me is that people leave from different neighborhoods just to come and buy gas. And I want to say something. When you have this kind of machine, you don't need to bother about getting very close to your customers. You can even still be far from your customers and pay little rent, because wherever you are, people are going to find you because you are solving a real problem that customers are complaining every day. I, sitting here, am a very good example. Now, for the past 5 years, I've never trusted any gas bottle that I bought. Now, the key point you have to note here is that your investment is going to range from $5,000 to about $15,000, depending on the capacity of the machine that you purchase. Now, your return on investment is going to range from 100 to 150% annually. Now, one of the biggest advantage about this machine is actually the fact that it is mobile. Now, I want to give you a tip if you are actually interested in this business. I told you about a subscriber in Nigeria who has this business. Now, one of the practical challenges that he had is that landlords always come after them. The truth is, when you start doing this business, you are going to have a lot of customers. And most landlords, when they see your business thriving like this, the first thing that they do is they'll try to increase your rent. Now, this is a real problem. This is a very real challenge. Now, he told me that he has seen this consistently across most of his filling stations. So I asked him, how are you solving this problem? So he said, the best way to solve this problem is actually buying your own land. If you can have land, even if you are out of town, people are still going to come to you because you are solving a pending problem. I just talked about the guy in Douala who said that people leave from different neighborhoods to come and buy gas. You can imagine living from a different neighborhood. You know, in most neighborhoods, these gas cylinder vendors are everywhere. They're always selling in every neighborhood. So in a particular neighborhood, you can have about 5 vendors. But imagine that people live from different neighborhood, kilometers away, to come and buy gas at his filling station. You can imagine how powerful that is. Now, in this kind of business, word of mouth marketing is wild. Now, what you need to remember is that word of mouth marketing is one of the best type. That is someone actually recommending your business to another person. In this case, word of mouth marketing is working over time. And this takes us straight to the next machine, which is actually the toilet paper making machine. Now, there is something very powerful about this machine that we're going to talk about. The first powerful thing about this machine is that it actually produces products that people use every day. Listen, there are 3 things guaranteed in life. You have death, taxes, and you know it. This is so guaranteed. Some key points to remember when buying this machine is that your investment will range from $8,000 to $20,000. It actually depends on the scale and the capacity of the machine you want to buy. Another very big thing that makes this machine to be very attractive is the fact that the raw materials used are almost free because it is agricultural waste. I talk about things like sawdust, in fact, agricultural waste. So the raw material is very, very cheap. That's one thing you also need to consider when you are buying a machine. And then the next thing that is also going to make this machine to be very good is that Africa actually has the highest level of urbanization right now. The rate of urbanization in Africa is increasing more than any other region in the world. In the year 2000, Africa had an urbanization rate of 35%. In 2023, it moved up to 45%, and it has been projected to reach 60% by 2030. Just imagine urbanization by 2030, you preparing already for that kind of huge market is very powerful. And when we even talk about urbanization and all this, some other countries are already above 80%. We're talking about Gabon and Libya. Those countries are already around 80%. South Africa is at 67% right now. So this business is actually very, very lucrative. But what I won't really advise you if you are in Burkina Faso or Niger, this business will not be very, very good for you, because Burkina Faso and Niger has an urbanization rate of 13% and 17%. Now, I'm not saying that you should not do this business in Burkina Faso or Niger. In Burkina Faso or Niger, for example, it's going to be slow. It's going to be business actually, but it's going to be slow. But I'm giving you those countries that this business is going to move very, 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 very fast. Now, the return on investment in this business, you are going to achieve within 6 to 8 months. In general, a growing urban population equals to a growing demand, and toilet paper is something that people use on a daily basis. So key things to remember: investment in this business is between $8,000 to $20,000. The raw material used is agricultural waste, which is almost free. The next thing to remember is that a growing urban population equals to a growing demand. Another good thing to remember in this business is that your return on investment is going to be between 6 to 8 months. Now, I don't really have time in this video to show all the numbers. This video is going to be very, very long, which I don't really want. But I'm going to post the details of these businesses in our membership. If you're not joining our membership, you are actually missing a lot, because apart from getting information about these machines and these businesses, we also accompany you to buy these machines from China. Now, truth be told, most of these machines, we actually get them from China. So when you need a machine, we actually have a list of verified manufacturers that we can actually source this machine from them and actually send to you, no matter where you find yourself in the world. Now, this only works with our members. Now, if you are part of our membership program, you are going to have all these benefits. This takes us to the next machine. Now, family, let me blow your mind. The egg tray making machine. Again, this is another machine where the raw material is actually agricultural waste. We're talking about sugarcane stalk, corn stalk, sawdust. All those things that you get them for almost free. So one key element when you are buying a machine, you should always put in mind what is the raw material that is used and what is the cost of the raw material that is used. Now, this machine is a gold mine. It has actually transformed ordinary people that I know to millionaires. Yes, one of the key things you need to remember is that your investment is going to be between $3,000 to $12,000. All depends on the capacity of the machine you want to buy. We talked already about the raw materials, agro waste. Now, the production capacity of these machines is about 1,500 to 2,000 trays per day. So who are you going to be supplying? You are going to be supplying poultry farms, egg distributors, and also supermarkets. Those are the people you are going to be working with them. The next machine is the mini dairy processing machine. Now, let me tell you something crazy. Right now, across Africa, we are producing millions of liters of milk. But here's the plot twist. We are only processing 30%. Yes, you heard me right. That's like having a gold mine in your backyard and only mining the surface. Imagine having a gold mine in your backyard, but you mine just the surface. Now, the key points you need to remember when investing in this machine is that the average cost is between $15,000 to $25,000. And the products that you can be producing with this machine, we're talking about pasteurized milk, yogurt, and cheese. The average daily capacity of the mini dairy producing machine is about 500 to 1,000 liters. And you are going to be targeting schools, hotels, and retail shops. Next, we are going to talk about the plastic recycling machine. Now, this machine is not going to only bring you money, but it's going to help our environment. We find piles of plastic everywhere. Now, this plastic is raw material. Now, this machine literally turns trash into treasure. And let me tell you, in Africa, we're sitting on a gold mine of plastic waste. Just like we talked about the egg machine, the raw material of this machine is literally free. It's just for you to step out and get. Again, I said that machines, when you are buying machines, always look at the raw material. This particular business can do well in nearly every African country. Now, your initial investment is going to be from $10,000 to $20,000. You are going to be producing plastic pellets, floor tiles, and building materials. Now, imagine you putting yourself in a position where you produce building materials. This is a game changer, because there's one thing about building materials. Anything concerning real estate, there is one thing about it. People buy in bulk. You never see somebody coming to buy one tile. They always buy 10 cartons. They always buy 10 cartons, 5 cartons, 20 cartons, 100 cartons of tiles. So this is a business. When you get into this business, your growth curve becomes very steep. Another thing you need to understand is that the environmental impact of this business is your bonus. I mean, it's a very big bonus. And more to that, this business is going to bring multiple streams of income. Listen up, because this next one is literally money in your pockets. Now, what's the one thing everyone has in Africa? And what's the one thing everyone eventually does? Oops, the screen is gone. Now, each and every one of us watching this video right now has certainly broken the screen of maybe 3 or 4 or 5 mobile phones. What does this mean? This is actually a problem. What if I told you that there is a machine that can actually fix this problem in seconds? We're talking about a phone screen repair machine. The key things to note here is that your initial investment is going to be between $2,000 to $5,000, which is actually the lowest entry point among all these machines. Another good part about this business is that there is a high demand across all income levels. Who doesn't broke phones? If you are poor, you still broke your phone. If you are rich, you still have the same problem. If you are middle income, you still have this problem. Everybody has the problem of breaking their phone. The good thing about this business is that it is quick service. You can actually repair a phone within 2 minutes. And repairing the screen of phones is not cheap. We all know how much it costs actually in Africa. It can be up to $80 sometimes. Imagine making $80 within 2 minutes. That's a very lucrative business. They say doctors save lives, but phone technicians, they save your social lives. Now, there you go. If these are 8 machines that you should be thinking of if you want to make more money. My name is Asongwe Luis, and you are watching Africa Today. If you haven't liked this video and actually subscribed to this channel, I don't know what you are waiting for. It costs you nothing, but then you liking this video is actually going to help somebody somewhere to get this vital information that can actually transform their lives and make the world a better place. I also want to thank our members for always supporting the channel. See you in my next video. Ciao.